never take chewing for granted. Allow me to explain.
The unluckiest girl in the world, that's me!
When I went away to college, I was very excited to prove that I could make it on my own. My mom came to help me move and settle into my dorm, but when she left, despite the fact that I missed her dearly, I was so excited because I felt like I was finally a real adult. I only felt like that for like 3 days. I began to notice that chewing solid food had become increasingly painful to the point that I could only eat applesauce. So my aunt and I went to a dentist to try to figure out what was going on. We were informed that not only were my wisdom teeth growing in, but they were growing in sideways. Like any sane person, I asked, well, can you take them out? And the dentist said no. Apparently, the surgeon who can remove your wisdom teeth only comes in once a month, and he didn't have any availability. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like the service of removing your wisdom teeth is something that should be offered more than once a month. That seems like something that should be available on a fairly regular basis. Again, maybe it's just me. My aunt and I went to several different dentists, desperately hoping that we could find one with an open appointment, and we finally did, and I was overjoyed. However, it was 2 weeks in the future, which meant that for 2 weeks, I ate nothing but applesauce. My mother flew back down to be with me for the surgery. That poor woman had just left, and now she had to come back, take care of me. Sorry, Mom. I don't remember much about the actual day of my surgery, but I do remember one encounter very clearly. I asked the guy putting in my IV a question, and he just looked me dead in the eyes and said, "You're not gonna remember me." Well, joke's on him, isn't it? Because not only do I remember him, I only remember him. But I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up from the anesthesia, my face was very swollen, I was on all the drugs, and my mother had the decency to take this video.
What do you feel like?
I feel comforted.
You're a pufferfish.
Chipmunk.
A pufferfish chipmunk?
Uh-huh.
A pufferfish chipmunk. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah. I can't feel my teeth.
You can't feel your teeth?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't feel your teeth anytime, really.
I can. I feel my teeth all the time.
You feel your teeth all the time?
Uh-huh. I feel my teeth when yeah.
So let's go back to Grandma's, okay?
Okay. I also feel slow. I'm stuffing right now.
Yep, we're going to take it away. Leave it there. Leave it there.
I'm just tired.
Good stuff. My face was very swollen. I had bruising all along my jaw. I looked gorgeous, and I was making a great first impression at college. A few days after my surgery, one of my friends texted me saying that he needed help. He was on the far side of the campus from where I was. Now, I was under doctors, well, I guess dentists' orders not to do any physical activity with the medicine I was on. But I'm the type of person to blatantly and idiotically ignore my own health and well-being if I can be helpful to someone else. So I ran across campus. Turns out, my friend was totally fine, but the damage was done. I collapsed. I could feel my limbs shutting down. One of the RAs from the boys' dorm ran over to me and tried to keep me calm while we waited for help to arrive. When the paramedics arrived, one of them explained to me that I was having a panic attack, and then they told me I need to go to the hospital. That discussion went something like this. Does it cost money to ride in the ambulance? Yes. I'm not going. Well, you can't drive and you need to go to the hospital. I'll find someone to drive me. And that is exactly what I did. A random stranger drove me to the hospital at midnight, where I remained until 3 in the morning. Then I got up for class at 6 a.m. There was a mirror directly across from the door of this classroom. And when I caught sight of myself, I was horrified. I had green bruising all along my jaw. I had intense dark circles under my eyes from lack of sleep. I was wearing several hospital bracelets, and I had cotton balls taped to my arms where my blood had been drawn for testing. I looked a little like a heroin addict. And that, friends, is the story of how I got diagnosed with anxiety.
When all is going wrong and you're scared as hell, what you gonna do, who you gonna tell? Maybe 100 bad days made 100 good stories. 100 good stories made me interesting at parties. 100 bad days made 100 good stories. 100 good stories made me interesting at parties. Yeah, no, I ain't scared of you.